नमः सर्वेभ्यः। कक्ष्यायां स्वागतं। प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। हरिः ओं तत्सत्। कक्ष्यायां स्वागतम्। अद्य प्रायः यथा चलति इति दृष्ट्वा अपराह्नकक्ष्या एव अन्तिमं भवितुम् अर्हति। न जानीमः, अन्तिमा भवितुमर्हति, न जानीमः, पश्यामः। अस्माभिः दशमपाठस्य षष्ठ उपभागस्य पठनम् अर्धं यावत् कृतमस्ति। अन्वयरचना इत्यस्मिन् भागस्य तत्र श्लोकमेकं, तस्य अन्वयम् अर्थं सर्वं दृष्टवन्तः। पुनः पठित्वा अग्रे गमिष्यामः। ह्यः किम् अभवत्? पानीय विरामस्य अनन्तरं पुनः मुद्रणं स्थापयितुं विस्मृतवान् अस्मि अहं। तर्हि तत्र तस्मिन् भागस्य मुद्रणे अवस्थितिः नास्ति। प्रायः केचन तत्र मुद्रणमेव दृष्ट्वा स्वीकुर्वन्तः सन्ति। तेषां कृते पुनः कथनं किं पाठितं तस्मिन् उपभागे इति किञ्चित् झटिति वर्णनं करोमि। प्रप्रथमं तु किरार्ता अर्जुनीयस्य पठनं तु विरामस्य पूर्वमेव अभवत् ह्यस्तनकक्ष्यायाः मध्ये। तदनन्तरं छात्राः प्रश्नानाम् उत्तरं दत्तवन्तः। तत्र बहु बृहत् किमपि नास्ति, भवन्तः जानन्ति कथं प्रचलति इति। तदनन्तरम् अन्वयरचनायाः प्रप्रथम श्लोकं पठितवन्तः। इदानीं सर्वं पुनः न पाठ्यते, परन्तु श्लोकं किमस्ति इति दृष्ट्वा तस्य अन्वयवाक्यमपि दृष्ट्वा अग्रे गमिष्यामः। तस्मान्नार्हा वयं हन्तुं धार्तराष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान् स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा सुखिनः स्याम माधव। तो हे माधव इति संबोधनं। तस्मात्, अत्र तस्मात् इत्यत्र संगतिः पूर्वश्लोकेषु किं वर्णितमस्ति। एवम् अर्जुनः कृष्णं पृच्छति, सेनयोः उभयोः मध्ये रथं स्थापय हे अच्युत, अहं द्रष्टुं कामः अस्मि सर्वान्, येन साकम् अस्माभिः योद्धव्यमस्ति इति दृष्ट्वा दुःखितो भवति सः। तत्र रथमध्ये धनुं संस्थाप्य, तद् इदानीम् अभवत् वा अग्रे भवति वा न जानामि, संस्थाप्य कृष्णं वदति, ओ कृष्ण, कथं वा बान्धवान् हन्तुम् इच्छामि। एतस्य मध्ये अर्जुनस्य रोदनम् अनुवर्तते अस्मिन् श्लोके अपि। हे माधव, हे कृष्ण, तस्मात् एवम् एते मम बान्धवाः एव, वयं स्वबान्धवान् धार्तराष्ट्रान्, धृतराष्ट्रस्य अपत्यं पुमान् धार्तराष्ट्रः इति तद्धितप्रत्ययः। तत्र धृतराष्ट्रपदेन धार्तराष्ट्रः इति, यथा दशरथेन दाशरथिः इति भवति तथैव अत्रापि। अर्थात् कौरवपुत्रान् धार्तराष्ट्रान् हन्तुं, मारयितुं न अर्हाः। किमपि अभवत्, अस्तु। श्रूयते किल?
Yes, sir.
अस्तु अस्तु, धन्यवादः।
I think the recording, whether it is on or off, some message like that.
I think recording is ongoing right now. I didn't make the mistake. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the alert. Anyway, it's nice of some student also know. It is on. It is on. There is one cloud like with a red spot. If you see in the icons there, it is recording. Okay. Yeah. वयं स्वबान्धवान् धार्तराष्ट्रान् हन्तुं न अर्हाः इति। अत्र क्रियापदं साक्षात् क्रियापदम् इत्युक्ते तिङन्तं नास्ति, स्मः इति स्थापितुं शक्नुमः। अस् धातोः उत्तमपुरुष बहुवचने स्मः इति, अस्ति, स्तः, सन्ति, तस्य उत्तमपुरुषे अस्मि, स्तः, स्मः, स्वः, स्मः, अस्मि, स्वः, स्मः इति तु लट्लकारस्य। अत्र स्मः इत्यस्य शब्दस्य विषये किञ्चित् वक्तुम् इच्छामि। स्मः इति तु तिङन्तम्, अस् धातोः उत्तमपुरुषे बहुवचनरूपम् इति ज्ञास्यामः। इदानीं ज्ञातं स्म इत्यपि श्रुतपूर्वं किल अस्माभिः स्म इति पदं न तु क्रियापदं तत्तु अव्ययपदं तस्य अर्थम् एवं यूस् टु सेन्स् आनेतुं स्म इति वर्तमानकालीयक्रियापदस्य पार्श्वे यदि स्म इति लिखामः तत्र एवं पुरातनकालेषु भवति स्म इति भवति इति लट्लकारस्य स्म इत्यनेन एवं भवति स्म इत्यनेन इट यूज्ड टू हैपन लाइक दिस एवं पूर्वतनकाले कालादारभ्य अद्यपर्यन्तम् एवं भवति इति वर्णयितुं पुरातनम् अपि अस्ति इदानीमपि तथैव प्रायः भवति इत्यस्मिन् अर्थे स्म इति यद्यपि संस्कृतभारत्याः पाठेषु स्म इति प्रयोगेन लट्लकारस्य भूतकालार्थम् आनयति इति वर्णयन्ति सर्वथा न तथा सर्वत्र स्म स्म इति प्रयोगम् अनुचितं कथासु एकवारं प्रथमवाक्ये यत्र कुत्रापि काशीनगरसमीपे एकः दरिद्रः ब्राह्मणः ब्राह्मणः इत्यतः दरिद्रः इति विशेषणं सर्वत्र भवति एव तो दरिद्रः ब्राह्मणः वसति स्म इति एकवारम् उक्त्वा तदनन्तरं कथा अनुवर्तनीयं तत्र एतत् सर्वं भूतकाले अभवत् इति प्रत्येकस्मिन् वाक्ये ब्राह्मणः शिष्यम् उक्तवान् स्म ब्राह्मणः शिष्यं वदति स्म एवं सर्वं समञ्जसं नास्ति प्रतिदिनं यः किमपि वदति चेत् तर्हि तत्र वदति स्म इति प्रयोगः उचितम् it used to do this used to do that if you want to bring the used to sense everywhere but in a storytelling you bring the used to once in the first couple of lines and then you move forward with the story so that is the sma prayoga so don't overuse it and sma is an avyaya pada it's a nama pada okay it's an avyaya nama and it gives that quality of shifting sense to used to sense to the kriya so usually you combine it with a vartamana latlakara kriya pada but here Smaha is not that. Smaha is actually asdatoho uttama purusha bahuvachana roopam vartamana kale. Okay, arhaha smaha. We are not. So na arhaha smaha. Athva arhaha na smaha. You can bring the na to smaha also. Because you have brought in smaha, you can bring the na to smaha also if you want. Okay. So that I wanted to say. वयं कथं स्वजनं हि हत्वा सुखिनः स्याम स्याम भगिनी is found out it is a vidiling lakara uttama purusha bahuvachana so smaha being lat this is vidiling or lot somebody said lot I think corrected later saying this is lot somebody then said it is vidiling so you guys figure it out either way it is in the sense of how shall we be like katham syama how shall we be and how shall we be what is the context our own people having killed how shall we be happy sukinaha katham syama katham actually goes you can even push it right before the kriya pada katham is a kriya visheshana prashna arthaka here it is rhetorical prashna it is not asking Krishna to answer that saying this is how he will be happy that is not intent of Krishna either to answer that literally but you know it's when we call something a rhetorical question when we don't expect an answer right answer is literally hanging in the air that kind of question doesn't have an answer the answer is no we won't be happy sorry I hit the microphone okay so this is the anvaya vakyam he madhava tasmat vayam swabandhavan dhartarashran hantum na arhaha smaha vayam katham swajanam hi hatva athva vayam swajanam hi hatva sukhinah katham syama like that okay so we move forward
sir arhaha audio is
okay audio is clear only I think Mahoday you are having some issues so just hold on internet will recover and you should be fine Asha Bhagini what was your question
arhaha I couldn't get the meaning
arhati is the dhatu okay arhati means deserves somebody deserves ramah sitam varitum arhati okay he deserves to marry Sita I mean he is good enough for Sita we can say that about Rama okay and then then Arhaha is a ktanta of the same dhatu.
Audio is disturbed, sir.
Sir, audio is disturbed from your end. Is everybody else suffering?
No, sir.
No,
Ah.
sir, no, sir.
No,
Yeah.
sir.
So audio is disturbed from your end, sir. It is an internet issue at your end. See how to resolve it, sir. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. So arhaha, yeah, that's what. So arhaha is a person who is deserving. So it is a ktanta to take the arhatva to a personifying the arhatva, basically. So hantum na arhamaha. If you wanted to keep the dhatu, then Arjuna could have said arhamaha. But he went with arhaha smaha. Ktanta and then the smaha is the adhyaharana there. Okay, Bhagini?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
It's a visheshana to vayam.
What is the meaning of Madhava, Mahodaya?
Madhava is a name for Krishna. He has got just less.
Yeah, no,
he's,
no meaning in the Madhava.
it must
Oh,
be
sorry.
there, Bhagini.
Okay, sorry.
Mahalakshmyaha Davaha.
Oh, these there.
Oh, thank you.
Davaha, leader, husband.
Oh,
Thank you,
okay.
Bhagini.
Nice name. So Vishnu also we can use it, Madhava. Okay. Aho. So next verse. We move to the next verse. Aho batha mahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam yad rajya sukha lobhena hantum swajanam udyataha. I mean, this is more lament. See, this is what Arjuna, this picture is very appropriate actually, with his hand on his head. Aho bata, this is a brilliant Sanskrit udgara. ஐயோ இப்படி ஐ மீன் இப்போ தட்சிணத்துல எப்படி ஐயோ இன் கன்னடா தமிழ் தெலுங்கு ஹோல் வேர்ல்ட் வி சே ஐயோ நோ தட் இஸ் தட் அஹோபதா லிட்ரலி ஐயோ huge papa we are doing like this. Okay, ahobata. I mean, I don't exactly know bata has any literal meaning. Aho, we know aho is like a hey, like that. Okay, aho is close to actually ayo almost. So bata is an additional thing. But I'm sure there is some genesis to it. If we dig up, we will connect it up. But at least I am not good enough to tell what it is coming from. But it's an avyaya. That's it. Okay. Then, so aho bata mahat papam kartum vyavasitaha vayam. Okay, visargasya lopaha. Okay, so this is of course anuswara sandhi. We know that aho is not coming from ahaha, though it looks like, you know, it potential is that, don't. So it is aho itself, is it? So you should look at the bata and not do any conversion there. Okay, even if some sandhi reversal rule may be applicable. So it's just aho bata itself. Then mahat, see, jastva has not taken place. See, because pakara is a karkasha vyanjana, so takara has remained takara. So what really has happened? Jastva took place and it got reversed back, or we didn't choose to do the jastva in the first place. One of these two is what you can conclude. Jastva plus chartva or nothing. Okay, so otherwise it will become mahad dakara sometimes, because if it is soft here. Okay, mahat papam kartum, another anuswara. Tumunantavyaya vyavastitaha vayam. See, here there is a normal makara, padante anuswara sandhi nasti, vakyante padante va. Yad rajya, here jastva, yat has become yad rajya sukha lobhena. Rajya sukham ityukte rajyasya sukham athva rajyena sukham. By rulership or by leadership of or by the possession of a country, a certain happiness you get, the power happy. Okay, then lobha is the desire for that. So rajya sukha lobha is the rajya sukhasya lobha, rajya sukha lobha, tena rajya sukha lobena. Yad rajya sukha lobena, which rajya sukha lobha, with which rajya sukha lobha as a reason. Lobena is a reason. Okay, swajanam hantum udyataha vayam is obviously obvious. I mean, vayam is there, you can borrow it forward again. So vayam swajanam, he is not there, you can even put it swajanam hi hantum udyataha. Again, smaha can be added as the completion kriyapada if you wish. Okay, very straightforward, very easy verse. Okay, so let us read what Samskrita Bharati has taught us. There will be a lot of good teaching there. So aho bata mahat papam kartum. See, here they have reversed the anuswara sandhis. Kartum vyavastitaha. See, visargalopa. Vayam yat. See, reversal of jastva. Rajya sukha lobena. Hantum swajanam udyataha. Smaha is the bracket. Vyavastitaha vayam visarga sandhi lopaha. Yat rajya sukha lobena jastva sandhi. Hantum swajanam anuswara sandhi. Again, one they have picked. They haven't talked about papam, kartum, etc. One they have picked out of the lot. ठीक है. Alas.
Mahodaya, alas means bhat. Bhat means alas, or it is regret.
Ahobata is alas.
Ahobata is alas. Regret or sorrowful regretting.
Yeah, sometimes it is usually
Bata
regret or
is-
sorrow. Yeah. So it's like, ayyo. Ayyo. If you're using the kaku, you can drag the ayyo into many other feelings, but here it is that regret. Yeah. Alas, we are indeed committing the worst sin, mahat papam. Okay, kartum, committing, doing. Okay, we are is vyavastitaha. Okay, that vyavastita here in the vyavasitaha. Kshamita vyavastitaha, na? They are vyavastitas, but here it is vyavasitaha. Vyavasaya means udyoga, means engaging. Doesn't mean some salaried work. It just simply means engaging in something. So we are engaged in doing huge sin, committing huge sin, worst sin, as we are getting ready. Okay, I think that as we are getting ready is udyataha. Okay, swajanam hi hantum udyataha is getting ready to slay our kinsmen. Okay, that is swajanam hantum, out of greed. Rajya sukha lobena, out of greed. Kingdom is the complete description of Rajya Sukha Lobena. Out of is like the due to or from. That is the Karana Karaka in Samskrita. Okay. Vibhakti in Samskritam is that, but here it is some phrase that you use. English has a different grammar of its own in those places because it doesn't have Prakriti Pratyaya sense. Okay. So that's what we understood. Nothing new. Continuation of the lament. Vakya Vishleshanam. Kriya, Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, they have, whatever is the active columns, they have filled in. You have to, usually what I find is this table can be constructed only after you list the Vibhakti of every word, then you collate and do it. So there is a lot of thing that has happened before you can even put the column titles for this table. So it's not like you can come out with it. So first, it's like, right here, I would like Avyayam, and then Mahat. Mahat is a shabda, actually it is in Napumsaka in this here. So and then papam, Napumsaka ekavachana, kartum, tumunantavyaya, vyavastitaha. So it is a pullinga, bahuvachana, pratama vibhakti. So it is a visheshana to vayam. Vayam is again bahuvachana. It is not, it's a trilingaka, but here it is pullinga in the context because they are talking of all the warriors over there. At least to our record, there was no female warrior standing there in the armies. Yat, tat, that is again a Napumsakalinga yaha shabda. And then Rajya Sukulobena, Pratama, Tritiya Vibhakti, Ekavachana. Okay, Samastapada. Hantum, Tumunantavyaya, Swajanam, so karma. Swajanam Hantum, so he's the karma of the Hanana Kriya. So Swajanam is the karma of the Hantum. So Hantum is the upa phrase Kriyavachaka. Hantum goes there. Udyataha again Visheshana to Vayam only. Just like Vyavastitaha, Udyataha. But here Udyataha, Hantum Udyataha. So it goes behind Hantum. Okay. So Ktanta. Yeah, Shailaja.
I wanted to ask same question whether it is Tanta, Vyavasitaha and Udyataha.
Yeah.
Both are Tanta.
Ktanta Bahuvachana, yes.
Same thing I wanted to ask.
Yes. Visheshana to Vayam. Okay. All right. So let us now, having quickly analyzed the Vibhakti, Vachana and Linga if required for everybody, we have come to here. So, for Vayam, it is don't put Pullinga. Only I said in the context it is Pullinga. Like I said, it is a Trilingaka. There is no Linga with Vayam. There is no Linga with Aham. Okay, it's a trilingaka. You can only conclude it is sitting in a pullinga position, strilinga position like that. You cannot as attribute it to ayam or aham or tvam or um. Okay. Vyavastitaha smaha. So the first sentence they took the ktanta as the kriyavachaka and added smaha, which we are also doing, right? To make it more actively as a ktanta with kriya pair. Then the karta for that is vayam. Okay. Here there is no visheshana for vayam, right? So they didn't bother to put any other pratama visheshana under vayam, leave it there. So then dvitiya vibhakti papam kartum goes, papam is a karma pada for kartum, tumunanta kartum vachaka. So it's a small subwheel. Mahat goes with visheshana to papam. Okay, so mahat papam kartum. Okay, big sin to do in order to do. So that cannot come under vyavastitaha because kartum absorbs that karma. See how we notice all that. Okay, so kartum will absorb. So if you see here, kartum absorbs mahat papam in dvitiya, and that in turn links up to vyavastitaha. So that's why one and then no title for this because it's a subservient wheel, primary wheel, subservient wheel. Okay, and for the primary wheel is again a ktanta there, but finally with smaha it becomes a normal kriya pada. Okay, that finishes. Second one is udyataha smaha, right? Udyataha smaha goes as the kriya pada, and again same vayam borrowed. See, they have borrowed vayam with brackets. Okay, and here it is hantum, which again observes the karma pada. So swajanam hantum. So hantum, which is a subwheel of the udyataha smaha, it absorbs the swajanam karma. So that is finish off there. And karana also is for hanana karana. Rajya sulaka loba is nothing to do with udyama. It is to do with hananam. So hantum rajya sukha lobena hantum. So that's why it goes under the subservient wheel under tritiya there. So that finishes off everything. I think they have not bothered about ahobata etc. because they're going to explain here. It is an udgara separately. What I would do, I would put a 0 dot and put avyayam here somewhere and put ahobata and say it is a special udgara, some comment like that. Okay, there is a 0.
Previously, even Madhava was not expressed.
Yeah. You can put a 0 dot and put Hey Madhava and explain it off in the table. Nothing wrong. But yeah, they're focusing on other than the Sambodhana part, it appears. Okay. All right.
Mahodaya, what is the meaning of Vyavasita and Udyata? Sorry.
Vyavasaya, I explained. Bhagini is a little, I think, not listening.
Is it committing?
No.
Sorry.
Listen, Bhagini. Listen. You have asked a question. Just listen. Yeah. Vyavasaya means to be engaged in something. Today we use Vyavasaya in Kannada, for example, we use Vyavasaya means to Krishi Karya. Now ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ವ್ಯವಸಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. What that means is I do crop raising like that. But finally the meaning of vyavasaya in Sanskritam is to be engaged in something. Okay. And then vyavasthitaha is one who is standing in some action, which is very close in finally arranged in order to do some action is vyavasthitaha. I mean arranged in an organized manner is vyavasthita. But vyavasita is without the stha dhatu. That one is basically vyavasaya vasati dhatu. I don't know, vas dhatu is the one from which it comes. I'm not too sure, but anyway. So vyavasitaha is vyavasaye udyataha. Vyavasaye udyataha, those who are engaged in some kind of activity. Udyataha itself is also very close to that. Those who are beginning to do some action is udyataha. Okay, who started some new action. If you see, they have translated nicely. Ready to, getting ready to. That is the correct translation for udyataha. Whereas for vyavasitaha, they are are indeed, has simply, it has been taken as bhudatu's sense. Are has been taken here, nothing further. But you can say we are what you call engaged in committing the worst sin. Would engaged in would correctly translate vyavasitaha literally. Okay.
So it is 1/3, Mahodaya. Is it 1.3? Vyavasitaha and Udyaha.
1.3, correct. Udyataha. Because
Thank you.
Visheshana to Vayam, they are all 1.3.
Okay, because they have given it a Kriya Padam, I was wondering why it
Oh,
is
no.
there.
Yeah, that's because it is a Kriya Vachaka in the place.
Acha.
Smaha has been borrowed to complete the Tinganta requirement, but the Kriya Vachakatva lies in Udyataha.
Thank
There
you,
is no
Mahodaya.
Kriya Vachakatva in Vayam, no? Though it is a Visheshana to Vayam, it is a Visheshana to Vayam in the sense of what Kriya is being done by the Vayam. Okay?
Okay, thank you,
That's why I
Mahodaya.
speak of Kriya Vachakatva versus Kriya Padam as separate entities. So Kriya Vachaka Padam is actually associated with the Karta, but it is actually an association which brings out the quality of action in the Karta. Okay? Whereas Smaha is pure Kriya. There is no Vachakatva of any person there. There is only Kriya itself there. Okay? There are two sentences here. Ahobata. These are exclamations conveying feelings of surprise, despondency, disgust, pity, etc. Very perfect. Contextually, someplace, Ahobata, kim adbhutam abhavat. No problem. Okay. Ayyo, yen marda avanu? In Kannada, you know, how we say the kaku makes the ayyo good or bad. Okay. So they are generally found in the beginning of a sentence like that. Even in the verse they have managed, Kavi, our Vyasa has managed to put it right in the beginning. Yat is a word meaning as. Yeah, as is. Yat tat. Okay. As something, that something. Like that. Okay, here it connects the subordinate clause to the main sentence. In Anvaya Rachana, there is no question pertaining to this. Maybe you can even comment similarly in Anvaya Rachana section about that, if you're not bringing. Okay.
Mahodaya, I had a doubt in the first verse of this Anvaya Rachana. Can I ask it now or in the last
You
I can
ask it of this time you could have used to ask it. Yeah, ask it.
Okay. Not this verse, Mahodaya. First lesson first. Second lesson, first verse.
Bhagini, just read the verse for me. I won't know to go there. Yeah.
Okay, Mahodaya. It is Drishtva tu Pandavanikam Vyudam Duryodanastada Acharya Upasangamya Raja Vachanam Abravit. In this, Raja becomes the Sambodhana, right?
Illa. Sambodhana for Raja is Hey Rajan. So it is clearly Raja Vachanam Abravit. Raja is the association to the person who is the Karta, as the calling him the king.
Oh, we are calling Duryodhana itself the king.
Yeah. He was a king. Right. In fact, that was the problem for Pandavas. At that time. Yeah. Because they had lost the kingdom due to their stupidity. Okay. All right.
One doubt is there, Mahodaya.
Let us finish the Anvaya Rachana Bhagini. So Anvaya Rachana. So Vyavastitaha smaha. Ke vyavastitaha vayam karta extraction. Kim kartum vyavastitaha subordinate kartum extraction. Kim kartum vyavasitaha. I keep saying vyavastitaha. Kshamyatam. Vyavasitaha kartum vyavasitaha. Kim kartum vyavasitaha. Papam kartum vyavasitaha. Okay. Kim kartum only is the answer. It's a little bit, you see the paradox there. Anyway, kidrisham papam mahat papam visheshana to papam. So that finishes off the primary phrase completely, including its subordinate kartum and its karma. Okay, and its karma's visheshana. There's more question about the subordinate than the primary there. Okay, but you can see vyavasitaha smaha there. Then the pratama vibhakti of that, the question. Then come to subordinate, extract the subordinate kriya with a question, kim kartum vyavasitaha. Then punaha kim kartum, you ask again about this kartum. Okay, then papam kartum, and then kidrisham papam, mahat papam. So like that, very straightforward. Just it's in this going in the same nice order. You see the link between these two. Okay, we're just putting the questions for the answers. So they, like I told you, it's not like they are all step by step. Finally, what it looks like is first you have to let your brain churn this, like, like a chutney you have to do, and then extract the components slowly. Udyataha, second part again. Udyataha smaha, ke udyataha vayam, again adhyahrita vayam, coming from the, borrowed from the first line. Kim kartum udyataha hantum. Here at least instead of kartum only as the, we got something else, hantum. Kam hantum. See here, pulling a question, because swajanam, janaha is a pullinga shabda. So swajanam is a karma position of pullinga ekavachana. So 2.1 pullinga. So kam hantum, pullinga question, dvitiya vibhakti. Kam hantum, swajanam hantum. Okay. Kena karanena hantum udyataha. So just kena karanena is enough, because hantum udyataha is already extracted. Rajya sukha lobena. So finished off. So it's again in the same order the table is constructed. Very nicely paired there. And we saw ahobata has been left out. I mean, no need for double exclamation that I have put. You can put together ahobata and an exclamation. And I added he, because this adds a certain color, this he. ನಮ್ಮ ಜನಗಳನ್ನೇ, like that we press in Kannada, no? हमारा लोगों को ही, like that. Hindi, he is used a lot. So it's used in dirgha sense in Hindi. Okay. Yesterday, evening, we as a family went out to attend one play. That play was actually in bilingual play, actually. One side play was Marwari and Marwadi, or Marwari, I think they call the language. Other side was English. And it was a contrast of how the old times were and the new times were. It was amazing, amazing play called Parivartana or something like that. And I was amazed how much of Marwari I could perfectly understand in the context, because of the Kaku acting, etc., and what is happening. I didn't need a lesson in Marwari to understand Marwari there. So we Indians should enjoy, we should attend. For example, Marathi play is happening in town, please go visit and enjoy. You'll completely get it. In fact, you'll start learning the intonations of that language and appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. Marwadi is a language of Rajasthan. Okay. Their Hindi is also very pure, beautiful. Okay, today we have one more. I can't waste my time. Eva Muktvarjuna Sankye. Oh, somebody again had a question. I completely ignored her. Shailaja?
महत्
Huh.
द्वितीया विभक्ति अस्ति
द्वितीया विभक्ति, because the visheshana to papam. Correct.
महत् महान्
शब्द महत् shabda napumsaka. Mahati, something like that it goes. I don't know the declension, I don't remember. But ekavachana in both pratama vibhakti, dvitiya vibhakti is mahat. And then after that it goes mahata, something like that. And it is a takaranta shabda, I think. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Eva muktvarjuna sankye rathopastha upavishat. Visrujya sasharam chapam shoka samvignamanasah. So here south people, those of you from north, you know that we read it upavishat, like that. We make it like a pluta, even more than dirgha we do. But don't just ignore that sometimes for song purpose we do that. The actual pronunciation is upavishat, finish. Okay, it's a hrasva takara, finish. Okay, that's why in the sense it doesn't even have swara, so you can't even give a, you cannot give. In fact, in Kavya Shastra, no, they don't give it akshara sanya separate. So shat is taken as one dirgha akshara, finish. Okay. Eva muktvarjuna sankye ratopastha upavishat. For my own southern genes, let me make it happy. Visrujya sasharam chapam shoka samvignamanasah. Okay. So evam uktva arjunaha. So here there is a samyoga. Here there is a savarna dirgha. Uktva arjunaha. Okay. Sankhye in the fight, in the war, in the field, war field. Rathopastha. Rathopastha visargalopa. Okay. Rathe upastha rathopastha. It's a samastapada. Okay. So u o guna sandhi has happened. Ratha plus upastha. But actually in samasta only pratipadika ratha is taken. But the expansion vigraha vakya rathe upastha. Okay, one who is oh, it's a upastha. I have to be careful. Is it yanta? Because upastha doesn't apply. It's not visheshana to Arjuna. Thanks. My brain ticked a little bit, saying it doesn't sound right. Yeah, rathopasthe. Saptami vibhakti. A has become up due to whole series of conversion. So upasthe upavishat, upastai upavishat. Yeah, ayadi sandhi. Then yalopa. Then upastha, ekara disappeared out of the whole equation due to two sandhis, two sequential swara sandhis. One being, first being ayadesha or yantadesha, and next being yalopa. Okay. So rathopasthe, upastha is a central area of the ratha. Okay. There will be a seat in the back, right? And then there will be a central area where the warriors stand and fight. And then the front portion is for the Sarathi, etc. So the upastha is that lower portion, flat portion where they can brace themselves to do the Bana Prayoga. So that in that place he sat. So upasthe upavishat. That's it. Rathasya upasthe upavishat. Rathopastha upavishat. Visrujya sasharam chapam. So that what I described earlier is happening here. So he gave up his chapa, which is bow. Sasharam. Okay, with the arrow. That means all the bag of arrows and the bow, he removed it from his, he was wearing them, right? He removed it. He was so disgusted, he removed it even. Literally displaying that disgust to all the warriors that are assembled there. Shoka samvigna manasaha, one who was overcome, enamored with shoka being sorrow, right? Manasaha means one with that kind of mentality. Okay, one whose mind was enamored with sadness. So it's a visheshana to Arjuna himself. So Arjunaha shoka samvigna manasaha. So kavis bring out the moods using visheshanas like this a lot because it makes it short and sweet. Okay, so what is the kriyapada for this whole thing? See, upavishat. Avishat. So this is lung, and then upa is the upasarga there. Upavishat, he sat down in the past tense, lung. So, and then rest we have to stack behind that. So that is the primary hub for us. So you see, that's what starts Anvaya Rachana. Okay, see, because everything else, you see, this is Saptami, this is a Visheshana to Arjuna, Uktva is a Avyaya, Evam like this. So it is a karma for the Uktva. So Visrujya, Lebantavyaya. So for that karma is Chapam, Sasharam Chapam, Visrujya. So this is the Visheshana to Chapa. Chapa is a karma pada to Visrujya. And then this is a Visheshana to Arjuna. So you can pull it exactly. So you can pull it before Arjuna. Shoka samvigna manasaha Arjunaha, blah, 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 blah. Like that you can go. Right? That much is obvious by just looking at the verse. So do this kind of a little bit what you call puzzle unraveling. Just look at the words just like you do your morning puzzle unraveling, right? That one you do here. Just play with the cards a little bit, saying, what if I move this, move that there, move this there, what happens to my sentence like this? Then it will become clear to you. Somebody has a question. Can Mahat be Napumsaka, Dvitiya, Shatranta? Yes. Not Shatranta. Okay, I think it is simply a papam's mahat is mahat papam, not shatranta part, but rest is correct. To NRD Nath's comment there. Okay. So evam uktva Arjunaha sankhye rathopaste. See, here they have unraveled correctly. Upavishat visrujya sasharam. Again, unraveling of the anuswara sandhi. Chapam Similar. Shoka samvigna manasah, shokena samvignaha, shoka samvignaha, shokena, so shoka samvignam manah yasya saha so shoka samvigna manah manas or manasah. Okay, so the form is not manah, manasah, manasah, slightly different. I don't know how manasa comes dirgha. Leave it. We don't need to analyze that much at this time. But one with that kind of mana. So it's a taddita on the mana shabda. Manaha yasya asti saha manasaha, something like that maybe. Taddita. One with that mind. What kind of mind? Then shoka samvigna manasa. Okay. What is this I have here? That explanation for a yalopa, guys. Rathopast ye upavishat, upa only have taken there. Ratopast ay upavishat. Ratopast a yalopa, a upavishat. So a joins back ratopast, so becomes ratopastha upavishat. So this is the step-by-step clarity on how we arrived at this form. Okay, ayadeshaha yalopaha. So sandhihi uktva arjunaha savarna dirgha ratopaste upavishat, we just analyzed. Okay, yantadesha plus yalopa. But you see, yalopa is considered as a subservient form of yantadesha only. That's the opinion. So under yantadesha, there is a further progression subservient to certain rules of yalopatva. That's where it applies. Arjuna, who suddenly became despondent in the battlefield. Okay. So what is that? Suddenly and all, I don't know where they brought. Okay. But it's a little bit of Tatparya Kara's freedom. Okay. Shoka samvigna manasaha is the explanation. Became despondent. Sankhye is brought in also in the battlefield. Okay. Having spoken thus, eva muktva, whatever all he told so far, our Krishna. Having spoken thus, dropped his bow and arrow. So it is not written as if it is bow and arrow. It is written as Sasharam Chapam. It is written in a Visheshana Visheshya sense only, but finally it means bow and arrow only. Okay. Along with the arrows, the bow. Okay. Visrujya, given up. Thus dropped, they have taken Visrujya to dropped in English properly because he would have put it down. Got up. Okay, from his seat. Where is that got up coming from? Rathopaste. Okay, rathopaste upavishati chet. Tarhi upavishati means like this. Maybe here the upastha has been taken almost outside the ratha here in the picture. That's all Chitrakara's freedom, but it is within the ratha, I think. Okay, so he kind of flat sat with this kind of posture, this Veera posture, and prayed to Arjuna, prayed to Krishna like that. Okay. So where else? Yeah, just dropped his bow. Got up from his seat. That is imagined. In order to sit down in the upastha, he should have gotten up from his seat. So that has been imagined by the Tatparyakara. And sat in the middle of the chariot is actually explained here. Huh? Nice. Okay, so here we saw actually why they brought Uktva first. I would have brought Upavishat and then put Uktva, but because Uktva leads off Upavishat, maybe they have done the leading off, but I would still take the central hub Upavishat and take Arjuna and then say Kim Krutva Upavishat Uktva, Kim Uktva Evam Uktva, something like that I would ask. So I would bring Upavishat first. In fact, Anvaya Rachana does have the correct order, Upavishat first. So I would put Upavishat row up and then put Uktva under it. And name this pair as, in fact, all this is just one. So they didn't give any number title, but Upavishad would get the number 1, and then Uktva and Visrujya will get simply separate rows under the Upavishad number. Okay, as a subservient wheels.
Upavishad is sitting. So is Upavishad something to do with standing?
Upa ang avishat. Upa plus avishat is Upavishad Savarna Dirgha.
Oh, okay.
Alva. Upa, see here, Bhagini. See, Upa Avishat, Vish Praveshane Lang.
Past tense.
Past tense, correct, Maria. Ha. So they have slightly, I would not agree. So I mean, we can argue. Upavishat, if it is higher, I would completely agree. Upavishat, sorry. If it is higher, I would agree. So, all right. Uktva. So, Kartrupada for that is Arjunaha and Visheshana is Shoka Samvigna Manasaha. They have brought in and copycatted it for the whole because it's actually, it is for this and then copycat for the Uktva and Visrijya, in my opinion. Then for the Uktva, Kutra. Okay, Kim Uktva is not coming into picture because there is, you can say Evam like this. Okay, it's an avyaya. But technically, that is the Kim Uktva's answer is Evam Uktva. But it is Katham Uktva. Evam comes out as an answer to Katham Uktva rather than Kim Uktva. So they have not listed it under Karma Pada, nor have they listed it anywhere. But here. Sorry. They answered my own paradox. See, Katham under they have listed Evam, correct. Kriya Visheshanatva. Okay, like this. But there is a karma hidden in that Evam. Evam Uktva is literally means Kim Uktva only. Sankhye Kutra, that is Saptami. So Kutra has been taken as the question word for this. So here again Kutra comes in handy for Upavishat because he sits in the center of the Ratha. So Ratopasthe. So that's another word under Upavishat. And Karta is same. Nothing else.
What is Sankhya?
Sankhya is basically war field or in the war, like that.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Thank you, sir.
Katham
Battle is also Sankhya. Battlefield is also Sankhya in a sense. Yeah.
Instead
it
of
Samuha?
Katham Uktva,
Hold on. Shailaja first and then Smita. Shailaja?
instead of Katham Uktva, can we say Kim Uktva?
Just now I explained, Bhagini. See, Katham is a Kriya Visheshanatva. How he told becomes a Kriya Visheshana question, whereas what he told becomes Karma question. Okay? What he told in a certain way, right? He told in certain Ardra Bhava. So in certain sad way. So that Katham is the question here because Evam is the answer. Evam is like this rather than this. If it was Etaduktva, Bhagini, if it was Etaduktva Arjunaha, then question would be Kim Uktva. But since it is Evam Uktva, question is Katham Uktva. Finally, both are pointing to what he told, but one is about how he conveyed it, another is about what he conveyed. That's all. Okay?
Clear.
Smita Varya?
Mahodaya, Sankhya means Samuha.
Okay, that's what. Battle,
in the
gathering.
Amidst the gathering.
But I think here in this context, it is a battlefield is the correct interpretation. Okay.
Dhanyawada.
See, when even in English, in the middle of the battle, we say, what do you mean by middle of the battle? I mean, it either means in the central area of the battlefield or it means during the battle. I mean, a temporal centrality or a spatial centrality. In the same sense, Sankhya has been taken. That's it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, Upavishat, Shamatam, Kaha Upavishat, Arjunaha, Kidrisha Arjunaha, Shoka Samvigna Manasaha. We even have the Vigraha Vakya for that. Shokena Samvignaha, Shoka Samvignaha, Shoka Samvigna. Shoka Samvignam Manaha Yasya. Shoka Samvigna Manasaha, something like that. Some Taddita Prakriya is there. So, Kim Kritva Upavishat Uktva. Okay. Kutra Upavishat Rathopaste, in the center of the Ratha. Katham Uktva. Okay. See, that's why Katham has been taken. Evam Uktva. Okay. It embeds the Kim Uktva, literally. Kutra Uktva, Sankhye Uktva. Punaha Kim Kritva, Visrijya, for the last clausal. Kam Visrijya, because it's a pullinga shabda. Chapaha, Chapam. So, Kam. Okay, Chapam Visrijya. Kidrisham Chapam. The correct question. It is not bow and arrow. It is the bow accompanied with its arrow. That is the sense in the Kavi Swakya. So that's why the question is Kidrisham Chapam, Sasharam Chapam. To dispel Arjuna's despondency and cowardice, this is all Tatparya extension. Sri Krishna had to give a detailed exposition of truth about body and soul. Oh, okay. This is the summary of the entire 27 verses what they are teaching. Okay, so far. To dispel Arjuna's despondency and cowardice, Sri Krishna had to give a detailed exposition of truth about body and soul. At the end, Arjuna said, Karishye vachanam tava, and rose to fight. 18th chapter. This teaching of Sri Krishna to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra is the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, summary. It's the shortest summary of Bhagavad Gita. शोक संविघ्न मानसः अर्जुनः संख्ये एवं उक्त्वा सशरं चापं विसृज्य रथोपस्थे उपाविशत्. Orange is all the either the kriya vachaka or the pradhana kriya, and others are nouns associated with us. But finally, there is only one kriya pada, upavishat. These are all nama padas. Uktva, visrujya, lebantavya, ktvantavya. Okay, I think Jai Shri Krishna. So with that, we have finished our mini Bhagavad Gita reading as part of these lessons. So let us go to Sandhi. So today, it's like a grand summary. Okay. I have a nice link here where our sister Nivedita Bhagini, who resides very close to where I am residing, she's part of our Marathalli group. She, even as she studied as a student some 10, 12 years ago, no? She was very industrious. I mean, she made sure she gathered all the data she needed for her own studies and put it in some WordPress blogs and all that. So, and also archived a lot of things for us. So, if you go to her blog, you will find some, for students like us, it is very good. Nivedita 2015.c, that's when she started all this work. And WordPress.com/Sandhi. So, good summary is there. But you have to take it with a pinch of salt. It's another student sharing her work. So, it's not like she's claiming everything is perfect there. But I think we are looking for 90% material, so we are okay there. We don't have to nitpick on what she has done. Okay. Swarasandaya. In earlier lessons, different types of Swarasandhi, Vyanjana Sandhi, and Visarga Sandhi. And Ekashe, okay, Ekashe it's a different, have been learnt. The letters that undergo change in these sandhis are given below for your easy comprehension. But they have actually missed a few. So, and there are here and there some mistakes. So I have enhanced it a little bit. Okay. See, I've added a 4.4 correction somewhere. And I have examples for every one of them. So these two I will share. These two screenshots I will share because I have done a lot of enhancements. So I will share that, and literally you will also get this link text in that screenshot. So you should be able to type it in. So let us read quickly. So Purva Padastha Varnaha, Uttara Padastha Varnaha. So this is basically the previous and the next, I mean the before and the after letters that participate in Swarasandhi. Okay, because in Swarasandhi largely it is a replacement of both, not everywhere. In Ayadi and Yana it is not, but at least in the first row Sandhis, right? Savarna Dirgha, in Guna, in Vriddhi, it is a Ubhayadesha, we call it. Ubhayadesha means it replaces both the left party and the right party. The Sthani is both the parties. Okay. Whereas in Ayadesha and Yanasandhi, it is actually left side party. Purva Padastha Varna is the one that is getting affected. Uttara Padastha Varna is unaffected. It joins the modified form. That's it. Okay. So that is called Ekadesha. Purvadesha also I can call it. It is a Ekadesha which is a Purvadesha. All right. So Ubhayadesha, Ekadesha, Purvadesha. Somewhere there may be Paradesha also. Agama is a Agama. So there is no Adesha there. So that doesn't come into category there. All right. There is no Agama in Swarasandhi. It is there in Vyanjana Sandhi, what we have studied, Namuda Agama. Okay. So A and A with A and A generates A. E and E with E and E generates E. U and U with U and U generates U. R and R with R and R generates R. In fact, L and L, there is no L actually, only L is one of them, also generates R only. Nagaraju Kesari has unmuted and has a lot of white noise coming through.
Just one question, Varya. Here, what comes after the Sandhi they have not given, is it? I mean, generates, you said, no? Generates. But what generates is not given.
Important column they should have added.
If they
It's
have
okay.
given, it would have been very clear, actually.
We can make such a thing and share it with
Yeah,
the students.
thanks.
Yeah. What I have done is I have focused on some examples that kind of demonstrate that. But yes, even I haven't listed a column of what is the substituent. What is the adesha? Yeah, I am orally telling you. Okay. So that is Savarna Dirgha. Nice to remember. So Gavi Ishaha Gavishaha. Okay. Rama Ishaha Rameshaha. That one is not a Savarna Dirgha. That is for Guna I have. So I shouldn't have read it now. But anyway, we straight away knew it is not a Savarna Dirgha. Okay. So the one example is Gavishaha. Okay. Next, and A along with this first row. See, and A on the left side is first row. See, this one is diagonals. Diagonals. This is the first row. A with I, U, R, and L. They have brought in L here, not there. Interesting. Anyway, so this is Guna Sandhi. Okay. So again, they have not listed what are the substitutes. You guys know it. Go look it up. One example is Rama plus Isha, Ramesha. So for A plus E, we get A Adesha. And similarly, other Adeshas are there. O Adesha for U. And for R, it is Ar Adesha. For L, also Ar Adesha. Okay. Then A and A with A, I, O, Au. So this is Vriddhi Sandhi. So we get Griha plus Odanam, Grihaudanam. Au generator Vriddhi Sandhi. One example is there. Fine. Okay. Then E, U, R, L. What are these? These are second, third, fourth, second, third, fourth, and fifth rows of the top half. First row is all of them. Diagonal, sorry, that is diagonal cutting into all the rows. So leave that. These two are first row. This is the second, third, fourth, fifth row. They are Yana Sandhis. We know that. And there are 4 variants of Yana Sandhi based on who is being substituted. E will generate Yakara. U will generate Vakara. R will generate Arkara. And L will also generate Arkara only. Okay. So there is a variant here. Okay. Griha plus Odanam.
Mahodaya, Yara Lava Kila Mahodaya. Al Arros Agachati.
Yara Lava. Correct. Sorry. Yara Lava. Correct. Yeah. Ya comes from E and Repa comes from R. La comes from Ya. Maybe L. Correct. Al, not Ar. Al will come from this. And then Va is coming from U only. Va is coming from U. Yeah. Correct. Correct, Bhagini. Yeah. So it is actually Ya, Va, Ra, La. Read it in that order. Ya, Va, Ra, La. Okay. So Harihi. Hari plus Arihi, Haryarihi, E plus Ari. So E plus Ya, Haryarihi. That half Repa has gone into a hook mode in the Lipi, Devanagiri Lipi. Only one example I have shown. Obviously, there is a case for making a more nice table with more of them. But I actually already have a Swara Sandhi table, Vyanjana Sandhi table where we do all this already. So yeah, somebody can make a larger master also. So ideally, yes, the master should have nimitta, purva nimitta, paranimitta, sthani, and identification. In sthani, in this case, we have to write both the purva and parakshara, the sthanis themselves, and then we have to put what is the adesha, and then put some examples for each variant. There will be 3-4 sub-variants, right? For each variant, we have to put the example. Then we'll get a master table, and then the sandhi name somewhere in the first column. Or in a row title. Better to put the sandhi name in the row title. Okay. All right. Purva Rupa Sandhi we know. A and O followed by A. The A and O, the A gets the Purva Rupa Avagraha Chinha in right, but disappears in pronunciation. So that is Purva Rupa Sandhi. It usually comes after visargasya utvam. It also comes naturally at other places, but visargasya utvam is a huge reason for this. A, O, I, O. So this is Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi. Okay. But it is under one condition, that if there is a Hrasva Akara, there is a slightly variant this thing. Without Hrasva Akara, large number of those happen. Okay. Visafra Hasva Akara, there is a variant possible. Oh, okay, that's not explained that further, but you should go and study that again. So all this you will find in Parichaya Pustaka. So it will be nice to go to, rather than go to Parichaya Pustaka, I think it is explained in summary, maybe in the beginning of this Pustaka. I'm not sure, I don't recall now, but better to go to this last chapter of Parichaya Pustaka where they summarize maybe. Okay, all right. Vyanjana Sandayaha.
Varya, just one clarification for myself. So
Huh.
Swara Sandhis are always will have the Purva Pada last letter as Swaras, correct? Is my understanding correct?
Purva Pada or Purva Pratipadika in case of Samastas. Yeah.
Ending in Swaras.
Swara. Correct. Correct. Because two Swaras have to participate. See, that Swara Sandhi is very strict. It is not Swara plus Vyanjana or Vyanjana plus Swara. It is Swara plus Swara. Finish.
Swara plus Swara. Okay.
Very important.
Okay.
Whereas Vyanjana is Vyanjana plus Vyanjana or Swara plus Vyanjana or Vyanjana plus Swara. All combinations come under Vyanjana Sandhi. Because the Vyanjana party is the party who is affected. Swara is powerful. Swara is like the female element and Vyanjana is like the male element of an akshara. Okay.
So it's always Swara plus Swara.
Yeah. Left side is always Swara plus Swara. Okay. Then we have Vyanjana Sandayaha. Mahodaya has a dog which is also interested in Samskrita. Sakara and Tavarga. Okay. With Shakara and Chavarga. They made a mistake here. Shakara and Chavarga. Okay. Leads to Shtutva Sandhi. Okay, and then similarly Sakara and Tavarga with Shakara and Tavarga, Shtutva Sandhi, right? So that we know, they have listed it. You guys go through in detail. Then Vargiya Vyanjanam plus Swaraha Mrudu Vyanjanam Jashtva. We know that we usually start with this, but they have listed it after these two. Technically, they should have, if they wanted to, they should have listed it even below Chartva, because what Chartva doesn't touch is what Jashtva keeps. Anyway. But at least these two are mutually exclusive conditions, so there is no problem. They have already shown the most exclusive rules. So Vargiya Vyanjanam plus Swaraha Mrudu Vyanjanam Jastva, Vargiya Vyanjanam plus Karkasha Vyanjanam Chartva. Remember, Jastva, Chartva and all, Chutva, Shtutva take place on top. Okay. Then actually order is Jastva you do first, then you look for Chutva and Shtutva, and then you come to Chartva to reverse. That's the order generally. Vargiya Vyanjanam Anunasikaha. Anunasika Sandhihi. So this is Vargiya Vyanjana switching to fifth column. Right? Vakmayam, Vangmayam. Padantamakaraha Vyanjanam Anuswara Sandhi. This is very useful. In one place you see the three different rules. Then Anuswara with Vyanjanam. So here actually after Anuswara conversion you can further take it to Parasavarana type of appearance. So do Anuswara, further see if Parasavarana can happen. That is. Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I have a question in Parasavarana Sandhi. Actually, Parasavarana Sandhi explanation in chapter 3, I could not understand. There is an optional part of this Sandhi.
I have to go back and check again off my top of my head. What is this optional part? Can you
I'll read out the English part which is explained. I could not understand.
Please read it. Yeah.
When the Anuswara is at the end of the word, Padanta, the Sandhi is optional. And out of all 10 examples, there are 5 examples given as these are optional. But I was trying to understand.
See, for example, Varya, correct. See, in Sanskritam, Anuswara conversion is not mandated for Padanta. For example, you can write whole sentences without Anuswara using Halanta Makara only. Okay. But where you choose to do conversion of Halanta Makara to Anuswara, Okay, you are allowed that only if the first letter of the next portion is a Vyanjana, right? Padanta makaraha plus Vyanjanam Anuswara Sandhi. But Anuswara Sandhi is optional. Sandhi is optional, right? You know that at pada level, at sentence level, Sandhi is optional. But at word level, it is not. What is this word level business? Word level business is when Prakriti joins Pratyaya, Upasarga joins Prakriti, or Pratipadika joins another Pratipadika in a Samasa, etc. Are you making sense out of what I am saying?
Not exactly. I was talking about Parasavarna.
I know that Parasavarna Pada, we got to talk about Anuswara because they're related.
Okay.
See, they're married to each other. That's why I'm talking with both. See, because Sandhi is not mandatory at sentence level between words,
Correct.
you can leave it Halanta Makara, which is the original form before the Anuswara Bindu was substituted. So then it's up to you whether you want to substitute. That's what they're saying. Okay.
Yeah, but certain example in Parasvarna, certain example they say it is mandatory. Certain
That is those examples you will find they are not Padanta. They are actually Padasya Antara Bhaga. That means it is inside the Pada. See, for example, Ganga Shabda, Ganga Shabda. You write Ganga in Kannada. Are you Kannadiga, Varya?
No, I'm Gujarati.
Gujarati, no problem. See, in Gujarati, you write Ganga with a bindu on top of Gakara, right?
Yeah.
But in Sanskritam, that is illegal. Illegal in the sense it's slightly legal. People, we accept it now as a lipi apabramsha. But actually, you have to write Ga, Ng, Ga.
Correct. Yeah, I understand.
Ganga. That it has to become Kavargas Panchamakshara followed by Gakara. So, Ga, Kavargas Panchamakshara, Nga, and then Ga, Ganga, like that. Pronunciation is actually like Varga Panchamakshara, not like Anuswara Bindu. That's why we even write it like Varga Panchamakshara. That is the Parasavarna inside Ganga Shabda. Okay. Similarly, Kinkara Shabda. Here I have it on the screen. Kim plus Karaha. Kinkaraha. You cannot, in Gujarati, you may write it as Ki with Bindu Karaha. In Kannada also we write Bindu as a 0. Kinkaraha. But in Sanskritam, you have to write it like Kingkaraha. That is Parasavarnya. Okay. It is mandatory. Okay. It's a mandatory thing inside a word. Okay.
So it's based on word. We have to ensure whether
whether it's between words or within a word. That's how you'll distinguish. Okay.
Example, aham karoti, aham karomi.
See, ahankaraha. If ahankaraha is a constructed single word, there you have to do Parasavarna. Aham karoti, it's up to you. You can write it aham karoti or aham bindu karoti. It's up to you.
Okay.
But with a space in between.
Yes. Thank you.
But ahankara is a single word.
Ahankara is single word.
Single
like
word.
Ganga is a single word. Yeah.
Like Ganga is a single. Ahankara is due to some samasa. Ganga is like a part of the Vyutpati of Ganga Shabda. But either way, for Samskrita Vyakarani, there are parts there. Ganga has 2 parts. Ahankara has 2 parts. But that is in the Vyutpati of that pada. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Samasa is one of the vrittis which generate padas. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
No problem. It's useful for everyone. Nga, na plus svaraha namudagama. So I think they have kind of nicely listed. So a good thing here we saw how Anuswara and Parasavarna lead one leads to the other. In some places, not everywhere. Some places naturally Anuswara comes into picture and all that. Generally, Anuswara generation is from Makara. So I think it is one after the other, in my opinion. All right. So for what it is worth, this table at least is useful for us to remember all the sandhis at one place. But everything is not listed here. Few sandhis are not listed. Chatva is not listed. Mahaprana Chatva. Few other things are not listed. But Visarga sandhi is there. Next table. Okay. So let us take a water break and come back and see if we can close out quickly. So 12:09. So 12:13. 4 minutes from now, let us gather back, guys. Okay, this time I'll remember to restart the recording. Welcome back. So Visarga Sandhi, various subtypes have been listed. So if you see now, I have listed it as 4 major variants, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in 1, there is 1 major variant, that's it. Subvariant is not there. But in 2, I have listed 3 subvariants. Okay. And in 4th variety, I have listed 4 subvariants, in my opinion. Okay. Each one we will quickly look at. So that's why Visarga Sandhi itself is a prapancha. That's why it's kind of a separate section in Paninian grammar. Okay. So preceding Visarga followed by Visarga, whatever is there preceding a Visarga, the Visarga itself, this column, then followed by something, and then change in the Visarga. Nice. Actually, it has not been, columns have not been put, but you can literally see it. Okay. So the first variant, start with the Hrasva Akara. So Hrasva Akara followed by Visarga. So Aha. Aha is the important first, number 1. Sometimes mentally good to associate these numerals with it. So variant 1, Aha plus something. Variant 2, A, 2B, 2C. Then variant 3, variant 4A, 4B, 4C, 4D. Like that is nice to remember. Maybe you should use, in English at least 1, 1A, 1B. Like that is easy, but yeah, Samskritam I use dot notation. All right. So Hrasvakara Visarga followed by Paranimitta. So Purva Nimitta, Sthani, Paranimitta. Akaraha or Mridu Vyanjana. Again, Hrasva Akara and Mridu Vyanjana. Okay. Is Ukaraha. So Utva happens and then Guna happens, we know. So Ramaha Asti, Ramosti, and the Parasavarn, what is that? Purva Rupa Sandhi, Kshameta. Purva Rupa Sandhi has also taken place incidentally, but we are focusing on Ramo. Okay. So Ukara and Guna, Utva and Guna happens. In fact, they don't call it Utva. They just call it Visargasya Ukaraha plus Gunaha, like that. Then number 2, 3 subvariants are there. What are the 3 subvariants? First subvariant is Hrasva Akara Visarga followed by any vowel except Hrasva Akara. Okay. So why it is under number 2? Because the action is similar. See, number 1 action is Ukaradesha. Number 2 action is Lopa. Number 3 action is Repa. Number 4 action is that. And actually you can call Upadmanya, etc. I don't know why I even called it 4.3. Maybe I could have used 5.1 for that, technically. Technically, I could have used 5.1 and 5.2 because the appearance of Visarga is there in both places, except in one place the quality changes. Oh no, this is Sakara. This is, they missed it totally. It is a total miss out by them, not listing an example for Sakara itself, showing about Shakara, etc. So I have listed it there. Anyway, it's probably order can be argued. Okay. So like this, they have listed, guys. So again, I don't want to overspend walking over everything. So please, you guys go through. Okay. And I have the examples. I'll share this visual. Okay. Because even if I talk through rapidly, nothing will remain in your head. You have to slowly sit and absorb it. Okay. 1 or 2 we have done as an example how to understand it. The rest you can go through. Unless you're going to scream now saying you should go through everything, I will just move forward. Am I okay to move forward? Okay, no screams. I gave very little time, but that's fine. So let us practice some quickly. So what I have done to help you guys, I have symbolically listed the Visarga Sandhis. Okay, Utvam, Lopaha 1, Lopaha 2, Lopaha 3, Repaha, Sakara Deshaha, Shakara Deshaha, Shakara Deshaha, and then Upadmaniyaha and Jihva Mulya, both all those. In fact, Jihva Mulya for the Ka, Kha, and Upadmaniya for Pa, Pha presence. Okay, those are the symbols that are used in Devanagari for that. Join the following words and say what change Visarga has undergone. So all these questions are Visarga Sandhi related. Okay. Udaharanam, Nrupatihi ayam, Nrupatirayam. So how do you now know it is Repadesha? So you have to quickly go remember this much rules. Okay, ihi, so it doesn't come under aha, aha, aha. All those are gone from the equation. Saha, eshaha is gone from the equation. So it is other than those, like that you have to go. So if you come to repa desha, there it starts qualifying potentially. Okay, because each being eu, all those remaining achvarnas other than a and a. Okay. Or if it is an avyaya shabda, it is allowed even for non-each. Okay. In avyayas, even akarantatva with visarga, akarantatva visarga also allowed under repadesha. So it's a little extensive. So if it's first you have to know knowledge whether it's an avyaya you're dealing with on the left. Otherwise, it's a normal ikarantatva, ukarantatva, etc. Ach is all the swaras. Ich is following e onwards. Okay. Because a is special category, ich is taken here. This is a Paninian term, ich. Then visarga, followed by swara or mrudu vyanjana. Under this condition, repadesha. So this is, you see, very mathematical, simple way of writing a lot of sentences. Otherwise, we would have written. This is how, in fact, Paninian sutras are. Okay. So if you see, so we can conclude. Nrupatihi, ihi, so ich. And you don't have to analyze the avyaya because each itself is there. So ayam is swara. So qualifies for repa. Nrupati rayam. Finish. Okay. So this much you have to somehow hold in your head. This picture. So with all that knowledge, we have to answer the rest. So let us do some crowdsourcing now. Sukinaha bhavantu.
Sukhino bhavantu.
Sukhino bhavantu. So aha plus bha. So if you notice, aha plus mrudu vyanjana qualification. Okay.
Sir,
Yes. Yes, sir.
Shall I tell one more, if you don't mind?
Shall you tell means tell what, sir?
In the same example.
Everybody is answering, sir. It's crowdsourcing.
Oh, okay.
Crowdsourcing. Yeah. So for lack of time, I am just do crowdsourcing. So Sukhino bhavantu, correct answer. So Utvam, aha plus mrudu. So there I have highlighted mrudu as the red. So what I am doing here is explaining under what we came here. Okay. Ha. Namaha, namaha.
Namo namaha.
Namo namaha. Again, same mrudu vyanjana plus aha. So aha plus mrudu vyanjana utva. Namo namaha. You can write it without the space also. Okay. All right. Balaha agataha. Again, aha plus a, which is actually here.
Second one.
A would have been under utva. So because a is there, okay. So at binna. Other than hrasva akara, it is a. Okay, so because it is other than atbinna, lopa qualifies, not utva. So we cannot make it balo agataha. You cannot. Okay, you have to make it bala agataha. See the problem. That's why we should know this variation. So this yellow table, please print it and try to mentally internalize that. Because one place everything is there. Okay, then next one. Ravihi udeti.
Ravi Rudeti.
Each means there is a repa. Each means repa. So Ravi Rudeti. But remember, swara mrudu. Paranimitta, important. Notice whether there is a karkasha vyanjana. Then you have to go to this side. See, these are all karkasha vyanjana categories somewhat on this side. Okay, and this side it is mrudu vyanjana or swara categories a little bit. Okay. But of course, some of them, for example, atbinna swara is swara, but atbinna nothing. That means it could be even karkasha vyanjana. Saha eshaha is like a dominant visarga sandhi of lopa. It doesn't, it discards any post rule other than hrasva akara. Okay. If hrasva akara is there, soyam utva takes place. So one substitute for saha eshaha lopa is utva. But other than that, it is dominantly lopa. So a little bit you have to internalize the table there, the yellow table. Okay. Devaha uvacha.
Deva uvacha.
Aha plus u. Aha plus u. Aha plus atbinna swara. So lopa. Okay. This under this 1.2.1. You can call it. Okay, so Deva Uvacha Lopaha Aha plus Atbinna Swara 2.1. I should have put the dot numbers also, it would have been nice. Anyway, Punaha Eshaha.
Lopa.
Aha plus A. Okay, Atbinna Swara. Again, Aha plus Atbinna Swara qualifies. So again, Lopa. Okay. Oh, here one more actually.
Mahodaya.
Avyaya.
Punaha is
Avyaya.
Avyaya.
Mahodaya. I also made a mistake. See, I have it here. Okay. So, Punaha being Avyaya. This is what stumps us here. By normal rule, we would have concluded Puna Eshaha. But because Punaha is Avyaya, this takes over. Repadesha takes over. Avyaya. It's a dominant overrider for the others. So, Repa. Punareshaha. Okay, but if you ended up doing Puna Eshaha, it's kind of maybe you are not aware of Punaha being Avyaya. It's not disaster. At least you applied some rule correctly. But technically here, because Punaha is Avyaya, is a Puna Eshaha. So Avyaya triggers. Okay. So good examples because, and also with this table, we know the reasons nicely. Okay. Prataha api.
Pratarapi.
Pratarapi. Okay.
Prata again is
Avyaya. Prataha is a fixated, is a temporal saptamyarte avyayam. Prataha, like that. Okay, so aparanha, like those. So pratarapi. Avyaya. Guruhu Vishnuhu.
Gurur Vishnu.
Uhu is Atbinna. Okay, but is it qualifying for each? Yes, Uhu is there. So each qualifies. And Mrudu Vyanjana. So it qualifies under Repadesha. Okay. So, yeah. Because it is not Aha, Aha. So Lopa is gone. It is not Saha, Eshaha. Lopa is very specific. Aha, Aha, Saha, Eshaha. Very specific. So if it is those, look for Lopa. And then further look, if it is an Avyaya, then it overrides. Lopa is overridden by Repa. So Repa is dominant. That's something to remember. Okay, but if it is not Aha, Aha, Saha, Eshaha, then clearly you should just see if it is each or it is an Avyaya, then do Repadesha. Okay, so it is in this case, it is Uhu, which is an each. Okay, so Mrudu Vyanjana Vakara is there. So it is each plus Mrudu. I should have highlighted that also. Technically, I should highlight two parties, each and Mrudu. Here also Avyaya and Swara I should highlight. Because that is the part there. Swara. Here I should highlight again Swara here. And maybe later I will see after this class I may update it. Okay. Saha Vadati. Here Lopa is complete override of. So Atbinna. Only thing you have to notice is Atbinna. It is Vadati is definitely not Akara. It is not Swara. It is a Vyanjana. So it's qualified. So anything else like Karoti, also Sakaroti. See, even Karkasha Vyanjana, Sa Karoti, Sa Vadati. So Sa and Esha dominantly take Lopa, but there is one exception, which is the Avyaya. Saha Esha is not an Avyaya, so it is dominant. Yeah. Only Atbinna is the one Paranimita you have to look for. If it is Akara, Hraswa Akara, okay, then Utva takes place. Okay, Utva is one exception for the 2.3 Lopa. Okay, Saha Vadati.
Vadati.
Vadati. Okay, well done. Again, Lopa. Namaha Tubhyam. Namastubhyam we know by practice, but the rule is if you come here, rule is Visarga plus S, Th or Th becomes Sakara. So S plus so Namastubhyam. S plus Th it will happen. Namastubhyam.
Sir, in Saha Padati was also a Mridu Vyanjan, right? But Saha Shaha will take dominance.
Atbinna means it can be even Karkasha Vyanjana.
But Utvam will also apply in that. Saha plus Vadati, Utvam will also apply.
No, because it is Atbinna. At means only Hrasva Akara, Bhagini. At means only Hrasva Akara. One second. We are only hearing some other brother. So, Atbinna here means other than Hrasva Akara. Okay? Read that. So, Saha followed by Hrasva Akara, then only Utva takes place. If saha is followed by anything other than hraswa akara, like vakara, kakara, ikara, ukara, anything, whether it is a vyanjana or a swara, as long as it's not a hraswa akara, lopa will take place.
So that takes dominance over utvam. That's what I was asking.
Yes, you can look at it that way, but you can look at it as saha eshaha triggers lopa. One exception is utva. Yeah, you can look at it that way. It's just a relative appearance. Huh?
Okay.
What is exception for one is dominant for the other, right? Yeah. How Panini has ordered them will define, of course, who is the default and who is the replacer, but we're not looking at it in Panini and Shastra now. Okay, namastubhyam, we finished. Durjanaha tu, aha plus takara.
Durjanastu.
Because mrudu vyanjana, it is not a mrudu vyanjana takara. We have to come to whether there is a sakara, shakara option. Okay, so here takara is there, so it triggers the sakara. Durjanastu. Well done, Bhagini. Okay. Balaha namati.
Bala namati.
Balo namati.
Mrudu vyanjana nakara. Okay, so utva takes place. Balo namati. Okay. Atbinna swara only can do lopa. It is not atbinna swara, it is a vyanjana. So mrudu vyanjana. So it goes under utva. Balo namati. So see, the rules you have to look whether it ticks that, and some places there is a dominant tick which replaces the other. Okay. But if you see, way I have coded it, already that is considered. Atbinna already lists the exception. So we know it has to go to utvam there. Okay. Yeah. Shambhuhu avadat.
Shambur
Shambur avadat. Ich. It comes under ich with swara. Okay. So ich with swara. Repa desha. Correct. Bhimaha avadat. Aha plus hrasva akara. So bhimo. It's not yeshaha saha. So lopa cannot happen. So bhimo vadat. And here akara gets elided again. So purva rupa also happens. But it's not to be highlighted here. But at least I have shown the converted form. Purva rupa sandhi also happens. So guruhu gataha. Who is each? Repa desha. Guru gataha. Okay. Split the sandhi and say what? Yes.
Just one thing. This Bhimaha avadat, that uttam happens, then Gunasandhi also happens, right? Bhimo avadat.
No, avadat akara elision purva rupa happens, not guna. See, utva is guna is okay, sorry. Utvam you look at it as guna also for all purposes, because utva begins with akara visarga. So when a plus u join, guna happens.
Yeah, that's what it is.
In Samskritam we don't write a, we write o. Okay. Yeah. So one example, Nripati saha. So each. Okay. Each followed by any this thing. So here there is no swara nor a mrudu vyanjana. Saha is a karkasha vyanjana. Sakara. Sakara is a karkasha vyanjana. So what happens? Sattva happens. Sakara adesha happens, not repa desha. Though ihi combines, qualifies for repa desha, because there was no swara or mridu vyanjana, sakara adesha takes place. So Nripati saha, easy to split, guys. Our problem is in coming to the combined form. Splitting we know. Nripati saha, sakara. These answers we will get always. These answers we struggle. Because construction is difficult than analysis for this part. Shivorchitaha. Utva plus purva rupa. Utva plus purva rupa. Megha akashe. Meghaha akashe. You see, everybody is able to answer lopa. Without even checking the rules, we can answer. But then later it will be nice to write the rules. Okay. they didn't ask write all that, the condition, but at least they write what change. So that much lopaha, the blue part is easy to write. This is where we need to, of course, it's easy now because we see aha, so we can say aha plus swara slash mrudu like that. Nrupater adeshaha.
Nrupatehe
Adesha.
So repadesha here, repadesha. Ramo namat. Upa plus purvarupa. Guna anamat. Yeah, anamat, not anamat. Anamat, lung. Okay. Rama bowed down to Shiva, obviously. Jano gataha. Janaha gataha. Utva and guna. There is no purvarupa because there is a gakara, not a akara. Sa janaha. Saha janaha. Sakara saha shabdasya visarga lopaha. So like this was easy. So this is another interesting table, but because I can't crowdsource, I'm going to mute everyone and invite one person. Nagaraju Kesari Varya wanted, I think, earlier to participate. So let's invite him. Nagaraju Kesari Varya. So now what we have to do is first one is all yours, Balaha plus all this. So can you conclude what happens the final combined form?
Okay.
See here again I have your help card. This time it is all in one line nicely. Huh? Yeah.
Balaha plus asti. Balo asti.
Balo asti. See, first only qualifies. See, aha plus asti. So this it qualifies under these two. So it is utva, guna, and then asti is hrasvakara. So purva rupa. So balosti, utvam purva rupa. Utvam includes ukaradesha and guna. Next one.
Balaha agachati. Here
so aha plus atpinna swara.
Atpinna, so it becomes bala agachati.
Very good. Bala agachati. See, nice. Actually, it's going according to our table. Okay. Balaha hasati. Maybe it
Balaha plus hasati.
Hakara is not a it's under Mrudu Vyanjana, actually.
Mrudu Vyanjana. Balas hasati.
No, why? Balaha aha. Aha comes under this aha plus Mrudu, right?
Okay. So balo hasati.
Balo hasati. See, remember only Ushmanas in Avargya Vyanjana. Ushmanas are the Karkasha Vyanjana. Sa, sha, sha. Okay. Ha comes under Mrudu. Though it has got air, but it is a Mrudu air. It's a sweeter air. Whatever. Okay. So balo hasati.
Balo hasati. The next one, balaha plus tishtati. Tishtati is
Takara is Karkasha Vyanjana.
Yeah, the Karkasa Vyanjana. So Karkasa Vyanjana, what will happen?
Hey, one of these sa, sha, sha has to happen.
Balas tishtati.
Yeah, because Sakara comes under the Sakara Adesha. So Balas tishtati. Well done.
Balas tishtati. Balas tishtati. Sakara.
Balaha karoti.
Balaha karoti. Karoti is also
Karkasha. But you have to look for something now. You have to look for this this last rule. See, Karkasha Vyanjana, sa, tha, tha, sha, cha, cha, sha, ta, tha. Not every Karkasha Vyanjana.
Okay.
So, Ushmanas, and then ta, tha, cha, cha, ta, tha. But Kavarga and Pavarga, two Karkasha Vyanjanas are excluded from that Sakara Adesha, Shakara, Shakara Adesha. Only where Shtutva and Sar, that happens. But for the non-Shtutva case, Karkasha Vyanjana, which is Ka, Kha, Pa, Pha, Samskrita Bharati calls this Visarga remains. We call it Ardha Visarga substitution. Okay, in Paninian grammar. So we call it, for Kakara and Khakara, we call it Jihva Muliya Adesha. And for Pakara, Phakara as the Paranimitta, we call it Upadmaniya Adesha. How do I know to call it Jihva Muliya or Upadmaniya? Upadmaniya has Pakara, Upa, Pa. So remember Upa, Pa. That's how I remember. Oh, Upadmaniya has a Pakara. So this red half Visarga, which is to come before Pa. Finally, pronunciation is P, 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 like that. Very difficult to distinguish the sounds of Upadmaniya, Jihva Mulya. But together when we pronounce, it is possible. See, Balah Karoti. So, this comes from Kantha. Okay, it's a little bit of Upadmaniya. Sorry, Jihva Mulya. Okay, from the base of the tongue, Jihva Mulya. Whereas Balah Patati, let us say, then Balah Patati, the ha comes more from the middle to top portions of the mouth rather than from the throat base. Okay?
Lips, Mahodaya.
Upadmaniya.
Is,
Yeah, from the front. Balah Patati. Yeah, a little bit front. Though the ha comes more from the middle of the mouth, but because it is combining with the labial, like pakara or a pakara, it is called Upadmaniya to talk about the labials. Yeah.
But yeah, we have to put that symbol, that small increase.
You could, if you know, you can put it. But for Samskrita Bharati, you are supposed to write Balaha Karoti and say Visarga remains Visarga. But you can say there actually in Paninian method, this actually gets substituted with the Upadmaniya and write this symbol like this. You cannot use color, so just use the same symbol. Ardha Chandra above, reverse Ardha Chandra below type of notation. Like as if the half the Visarga has been eaten up.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks. Well done. Okay. Let us call Meeta Bograi. Meeta. I keep making her Meeta. Meeta Bograi.
Amode. Balah tikante. So it is ah plus
Takara.
Takara. So that becomes Shakara. So it will become Balashtikante.
Very good. See, Takara dominates. So Takara means there is a Sakara substituted with Chutva Shakara. So Balashtikante. Well done. Okay. She came to this row. Next, Bhagini.
Balaha plus Dhavanti. Again, Aha plus Dha, which is a Mridu. So it will become Lopaha. So Bala Dhavanti.
2.2 Lopaha. Second variety of Lopa. Aha plus Mrudu. Okay, well done. Bala Dhavanti. Next.
Balaha plus Shura. So again there is a Shakara. So
very good.
Do Bala Shakuraha.
Chutva. So Sakara Adesha followed by Chutva. So Bala Shuraha. Okay, Bala Shuraha. Shakaraha. You can call it totally Shakaraha, but it is Sakaraha Chutvam cha.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but we know the Paninian Krama. You can state it that way, no problem. Samskrita Bharati will appreciate, but you will only get that same 1 mark.
Okay.
Next one.
Balaha plus Tishthanti. So there is a Takara, so it will become Sakara. So Balas Tishthanti.
Well done. Balas Tishthanti. Okay, next.
Then Balaha plus Atanti. Aha plus A, which is Mridu. So Utvam. No, sir.
It is not Mrudu, it is Swara. Swara.
Sorry, sir. So it will Lopaha. So it is Bala Atanti.
So this is what keeps troubling us, this Lopa. So because different from Utva and Repa. So I think we are very easy to answer Sa, Sha, Sha and all that. But maybe even Visarga remaining due to Ka, Kha, Papa or Upadmaniya, Jihva Mulya. But this little bit of fight is there between these. So we have to learn this well. I think this table mentally you have to internalize this somehow. Okay? Yeah. So I think you got it.
Very nice table. Thank you.
Yes, Bhagini. Actually, it's a Panini. Paninian table, except written in a form that is easier for us Pamaras to understand.
Yes,
Panini writes it in sutras. Yeah. Ganesh Nayak, Ram Varya.
Ram. Guruhu Tataha. Gurus Tata.
Very good. Takara is immediately triggering Sakara Desha. Gurus Tata. Next.
Guruhu Pujyaha. It remains same actually. Guruhu Pujyaha.
Except you pronounce it as Guruh Pujyaha. Ardha Visarga. Next.
Guruhu Devaha. Gurur Devaha. Here also the Saka.
You said correct answer and then you are describing something else.
No, Gurur Devaha.
Repadesha.
Repadesha.
See, each, who is each, that means not akara visarga. So, each visarga. So, uhu basically. So followed by dakara, which is mrudu vyanjana. So repadesha. Okay, Gurur Devaha. Don't confuse. Dakara is not a under sa, tha, tha, sha, cha, cha, sha, tha, ta, or ka, kha. It is a mrudu vyanjana. Moment it's a mrudu vyanjana as swara, you are looking at the top half part. Okay. So here again, I should put a line here technically. The line here is saying all these are for mrudu swara paranimitta. All these for the karkasha paranimittas, roughly. Okay. Roughly, no, accurately so. Except one guy, Sa Esha Atbinna. Sa Esha includes Karkasha Vyanjana. So, little bit he sits on both sides. Lopa of Sa Esha sits on both sides. Last one.
Guruhu asti, Gurorasti.
Gurorasti. Again, don't bring another repa. Gurosti.
Gurorasti.
See,
Gurosti.
this is not under Utva because aha. So how can it be that? Not aha. It is a ich type only, Guruhu. Asti is Atbinna. Okay. So you look for ich plus swara. So it qualifies under this. Ich plus swara. Right? Because A is a swara. It is not having Atbinnatva. Repadesha. So it will come under Gurur asti. Gurur. That's this another repa gets generated after the ukara. So Guru plus repa plus asti. Gurur asti. Okay. That repa joins the akara becomes ra. So Gurur asti. Got it? Not Guror asti or something that you tried to say. You're trying to multiplex both Visarga repa desha and Utva. No multiplex possible like that. Well done. I think we learned a lot with this exercise. That was good exercise. Okay. So, Dhanyavada. So I think we have well past the time slot allowed for us in the morning.
Sir,
yes.
Question.
Question, sir. Yes, Dharmeshwar.
The last word, sir. Gurur asti. Sir, the refa is full refa, half refa.
It is half repa. Repa means just r.
So it can be written Guru.
No. It joins the akara that is there. No? See, they're like husband, wife. You remember?
Got it.
Yeah.
It joins the akara.
So the akara stri, she attracts the repa. She doesn't let him leave alone. Trak ra. Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry for this kind of description, but just tolerate me. Humor me, I should say. Don't get offended. All right. So, Laukika Nyayaha, we will study in the afternoon. Finish that and see if we can get into some very quick sample question paper reading. I won't be going into full detailed analysis, just so that we are familiar. Then we can call it a closure. I will also be making an appeal to you guys, but I will make the appeal now when your number is good. So my appeal is that Samskrita Bharati is a completely non-governmental organization. They run out of the kindness of supporters like us. Okay. There are a few samsthas that help them, which are dharmic minded. They know Sanskritam is important and they do help them, but they don't have major ticket sponsors. Like it is not like some big SBI bank comes and helps them, because for them there is no advertisement return or any. So there is less interest from big ticket donors to support such organization, because they're worried that, moment they support Samskrita Bharati, somebody will come and say something about why you are supporting this Hindu RSS type of organization like this and all. So largely they depend actually on RSS itself giving some funds from their budget, okay, to help them. But largely they depend on people like us actually. So I would suggest, I am actually very, very happy annual donor to them. And along with you guys, I will, in this batch also, I'll be donating. What I donate is a private matter. I don't want to publish. It's all according to our individual capability only. We should not, we should donate, not because somebody else is donating something. It's ridiculous. So I will send out an appeal link in our WhatsApp group. You don't have to rush into it. You can do your exams, and after that, because the money we pay for this exam is not going to be able to support Samskrita Bharati. It doesn't even cover the expense. That I know personally. So every year I separately make sure the exam department has some financial assistance so that all those things goes through. They don't believe in trying to make money, guys. That is the whole point. They could have easily kept the exam fee so that there is some return on top of the expense, etc. But they don't believe in that because they don't want to bargain Samskritam for money. Okay, so we have to be open-hearted about and help them. Saying okay, so I will send out the link and all that. They have set it up such that some their own methodologies there to collect the data. If you donate more than 1,000 rupees, it is significant enough for them to provide a ATG certification. So you should enter your PAN details, etc., so that you get a ATG receipt. Which you can quote and get 50% reduction of the amount donated as the income. So you kind of get some 50% off income head for the portion that is donated. So it will save you some tax, at least 15 rupees out of 100 rupees. It may save you tax depending on what tax bracket you are in. So that's also a good thing out of it. Not because of tax, you should to help them donate it. Okay. Because all those tax deduction, etc., are only available under old scheme. New scheme, you don't. Unfortunately, the new tax scheme is discouraging supporting such NGOs for ATG. Actually, I don't know whether it's a wise move by the government, but government is looking at a larger picture of certain types of NGOs that are not doing necessarily broad-based societal work. They are doing very narrow work with certain anti mentality also sometimes. So they are trying to discourage that as a wholesale thing to, well, at least government doesn't want to give you any freebie for that. That's why they are doing that. But anyway, so I will send out the appeal. Please do support them. So have a nice lunch break and gather back at 3 o'clock and let's call it a closure then. Huh?
Yeah.
Sir, mostly I'll not be able to attend the afternoon session. So just want to take your blessings right now itself for the exam.
Oh, all the best to all of you. My blessing. I mean, I'm just a Shishya like you guys.
Yeah,
okay.
but still.
But my good wishes, rather than use the word blessing, which is very heavy, I would say my good wishes are there for all of you. It is there. That's why I'm participating with my whole heart to help you guys. Okay. So all the best to you.
Yeah,
okay?
thank you.
It is a great group, very good students. I thank you all. Those of you who come in the afternoon, I will thank you again. See you all. Bye.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಮಹೋದಯ.